Hey everybody, Bill here. So, lessons learned. This week is going to be on sleep systems. And I know what you're saying, oh my God, he's not talking about food or nutrition or dinners or whatever. So, the reason I'm not is because my theory or my approach to this whole thing is to talk about the heaviest items in your pack. And food, by far, is your heaviest item. And it's also one of the ones you can manage the best. If you can go from 2 pounds a day to 1.25 pounds a day over 4 days, bingo, right? So the next thing that's really important is your sleep system, and I include my tent as part of my sleep system, and I'll go through that. There are two kinds of things people think about as far as tents. One is it's a shelter, and one is it's a sanctuary. For me, it's a sanctuary. And when I mean sanctuary is I get in here, all sorts of shenanigans can happen outside, storms, hail, rain, opossums running by. I don't really care. I just don't care. I just completely am. I feel like I'm in my bedroom at home, except it just happens to be in the woods. And I believe psychologically that since everything is in a familiar place, you get a great night's sleep. You know, so you just kind of set it up. In this particular case, it's a freestanding tent. I can put it up anywhere, and I'm very happy with that. I will do tent reviews. This is my 5th tent in 3 years. I will go do tent reviews when I'm on the Arizona Trail near the end, because I don't do gear reviews unless I've done a thru hike with them or some kind of long distance hike. Okay, I haven't done it with this yet. So this is I did hike with the Copper Spur, which is just a heavier version of this with a side entrance. Okay, so anyways, so why is this part of the sleep system? Okay. We're going to start with this, and I'm going to work my way down to the base layer. Well, see this right here, along here? This is still nylon up to here, and it's all bug net up here, right? The reason that is helpful, and the reason why it works for me, because I've tried, again, Fit 5 tents, is that the wind comes in and has to go up, it goes over you, and then it vents. All right, in this case, it you open the door a little bit here, and you open the door a little bit, and the vent comes out of here, okay? And that creates all this dead space right in here where you are, and it tapers down. They're saving weight by tapering it down. That is huge, because I have noticed that when I've slept in tents that required, especially single wall tents, that require the air to come in from the bottom and then kind of go up and out, that I get cold. With all my gear, it didn't matter. I still get, no matter what I'm wearing and what I have, I'm getting cold. I just get cold when I'm sleeping. That's just the way I am. So that's why I'm showing you this tent, because that dead zone of air that's created by this sil nylon is part of my sleep system, okay? The next thing I want to share with you is what's on me, okay? So what I used to wear was just plain, you know, nylon, polyester kind of pants. Omni shirt from Columbia, top, base layer, middleweight base layer. I wear my extra pair of shorts. These are running shorts. I wear my extra shirt. Okay, I'd wear my extra socks, my extra liners, my gloves that I'd normally hike in, but I didn't usually do hike in them. These I used at that time because they had this rubber stuff, because I was using trekking poles. I don't need them anymore. My rain pants, if I needed it. This jacket, okay, a puff jacket, a beanie, all right, and a buff if I needed it. That's all the stuff I used to wear. So all this stuff, I wanted to get better. I wanted to get stuff that was multi-use and lighter, okay? So what does that mean? Okay, so what I moved to from the polyester was smart wool, which was merino wool, 95 weight, 250 weight, okay? That's 250 grams. That's the weight of the base material. This is 100% merino wool. This stuff is just, I can't say enough great things. This is what you got to do. Now the difference is, you say, well, what's the big thing? $95, $25, right? But I know this works. This merino wool works, and the reason I know is because I smoke everywhere I've gone. I've worn this beanie hat. This is a smart wool beanie hat. No matter how bad it's been, this has kept my head warm, and it's very light and very thin, and it's the same thing. Okay, so I know that works. I have that. Gloves that are merino. These are, again, smart wool. This is the blend, though. I think the blend might be better for the hands just because of the wear. I've worn these down to like 18 degrees and hiked with them. That's about when I can start feeling the cold. So then in that case, I would put my sleep socks. These are the socks I sleep in. They're thick all the way around. Unlike your hiking socks, which are thin on top to allow the perspiration to vent, these are really helpful. Also, one pair. I don't have liners anymore. I don't have a second pair of liners. Okay. I'd wear this under my base layer. All right. I mean, on top of my base layer. So the Smart Wool, then this. That's it. There's no extra shirt. There's no extra shorts. There's no extra socks. I mean, liners. And then I'd wear the beanie, the pink beanie I showed you, the gloves, and then I'd want to slide right in. Okay. Now, in the past, I'd slide into my sleeping bag, but I would use this. This is a silk liner. A lot of people use these. They really work. They add at least 5 degrees to your bag. If I wore that, my old gear, without this, I was cold. With this, I was warm. It's like a double pane window versus a single pane window. It just really works. It's only 5 ounces too. It was a very good solution. But it's also one of those things that you got to put all that stuff on, then you got to slide into this thing inside your bag, okay? And it works, but it's also it's kind of convoluted, right? And it's a lot of stuff, and it's also a lot of weight. So my new system, which I just showed you, is far better, okay? Now, that's the base layer and the clothes. What I like about the Smart Wool stuff is, and I've tested it so I can talk about it, is I'll wear the shirt, the base layer in the morning when it's cold out, with this to start off hiking with, okay? And then as I warm up, okay, I will take this off and the Smart Wool off, put that in my pack, okay, my clothes bag. And then what I'll do is I'll put my hiking shirt on, and then I'll transfer, instead of my jacket, I'll wear this. This is just a Frog Tog, ultra lightweight backpacker rain shirt jacket. These things are just so light and so inexpensive, you're just foolish not to try them. They work great, at least for me, okay? So now, I'm done with my body. I've got everything sorted, okay? And now it's the sleeping bag. This is a Nemo. This is a Nemo 30 degree salsa bag. I like this one because you can move your legs around, you can cross them. It's very comfortable. It's just over 2 pounds. It's down. Look how fluffy it is. It's just this huge thing. But I just stuff it into the bottom of my pack. I don't put anything, because I put a pack liner bag with my new bag, the pack liner bag that came with it. It's like it's a bag in a bag, so why would you do that, right? So what's great about this, and my lessons learned, is one is I like the whole thing, the whole mummy thing, but I don't want to be constrained, and that's what this does. This has a top, which really is nice, really keeps your head warm, keeps your neck warm, and if it's warmer out, and you just fold it down here like an extra pillow, okay? It also has a sleeve right here that is for a pillow, right? And this is my pillow, which is basically 2 ounces. This is from Climate, okay? It's deflated. I roll it up and it's deflated, okay? It goes in there, I blow it up at night, and it just becomes a pillow. When I don't want it as a pillow, I flatten it out. I can do it like this, or like this. I put it right here in my sleep area, and I can sit on it while I'm inside the tent. It's great. Now, those are 2 things. The other thing, or those 2 things, is it has a baffle. This baffle is right here, right up here, right? And you tuck it. You know how hot air kind of slides out, right? This stops that. It's just it's like a comforter. It's really wonderful. Now, the really kind of cool thing was, these are lessons learned on the trail. I had my solar filter. It was like 20 degrees in the Smokies. It's like, oh my God, you can't have it freeze, so you got to sleep with it, right? Well, what they did was they made this little teeny pouch right here, and the only thing that fits in it is your water filter and maybe your drops. That's it. You can't put a fart. This is all. I mean, you can see that there's not much in there. There's not much space, right? And it's just, these guys are from New Hampshire, and they listened. They know what to do. So this stuff is really was really great. And the sleeping bag, it's the only thing I have that's down. I've been disappointed with down jackets. Really have. They get wet, and then they're just not the same for me. After that, they're just not the same. So this though doesn't get wet. All right, and if it does, it's got a really good shell. And but this is really great. I'm really happy with this one, and I've done all my miles on this one. All right, and I've tried synthetics and other sleeping bags, and they just don't do as good. I really like my whole head covered. I like to be in there and just feel warm and not want to really get out in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So we've got the shelter, we've got the base layer of the clothes, we've got the sleeping bag, okay, all right, Now we need a pad underneath us. Now I've gone through, I think, 6 pads. First one was the accordion one, the thermarest thing. I found that the shoulders, the edges here, I get cold. Right over here. Okay? And I'm a side sleeper. And where the hip is and the shoulder, in the morning, they'd be sore. And I don't want to make up sore. All right? It didn't start out that way. After a couple of weeks, it got to that, okay? So then I need to go to an inflatable pad. Now, I'm not going to I don't like to say negative things about people, or companies rather, or people. And I'm not going to say, but the companies, either the valves weren't good, or they made so much noise that I couldn't, they wake me up. It was like sleeping on a balloon, right? So I bit the bullet, and I bought the Thermarest Neo Air. This is 11 ounces, okay? And as you can see, this goes right down to the back. There's tons of room in this, okay? Again, this is a one-person tent. What I like about this one is it just works. And I know a lot of people who've done the AT, the PCT, and other hikes. This is the one they use because it's just reliable. Now, I'll tell you this little story. One was defective in 2006, in 2017. There's a lot of these that had problems, and the baffles would pop, and you get like these balloons. I was in Hot Springs, North Carolina. I was having lunch with the guy I was hiking with, and his was failing on the trail. And across from us, I saw an outfitter, and he was just about to call Thermarest and talk to him about them. I said, "Well, call Thermarest to get to the representative." And he said, "Well, I'm going to walk over to." I told him to go over to the outfitter and hand it to the proprietor, the owner. He did that. And Thermarest talked to them. He walked out of there with a brand new pad. He handed them the old one. He got the new one. And that's the kind of customer service you need. You do. It's a failing product. I've got it. Here it is. You don't need my approved purchase. Why? It's just a defective product in the field. They get it. So that's another reason why it is. Now, those other pads I'm talking about, they were sub $100, $60, $75. This is $150. Again, you're $95 for the smart wool, each part, $25 for the other stuff. So you're getting something for the money, and it is totally worth it. Spend that money on these kinds of things, because if you don't sleep well, I don't care. The rest of the day is going to be, you're just going to slowly get more tired, more exhausted. You're going to start slipping, tripping, making mistakes. And it's not fun. Why do it? Okay. That's what I carry. Now, when I go with my wife, I wanted to show you this one last thing. We carry something that I don't normally carry, and I started carry it when we hike together. It's for a two-person tent, and you can make it for a one-person tent. And this is a thermal blanket. Okay. See, like that? This thing is amazing. We just put it on the bottom of the tent. We put our pads and everything on top of this. It just really works. It reflects the heat back. And I'll put that in the link. Okay? Any questions or comments, likes, let me know. It's great talking to everybody. Hope everything's going well. And enjoy your hike. Bye.